Hello everyone and welcome to our third live stream. I'm Maya.
And I'm Mariah. We are so excited for you guys to be here today. I do this every time. I don't know why. Okay, so right now I'm going to talk about the committees that we have for our youth ministry and dive straight into our information. So you still have time to fill out the Google form. So committees will be meeting this week to prepare for this month. So the adults leading each group is going to be, well, I call him Uncle Derek, but Derek Anderson is the YouTube leader. Jaden Davis is the Instagram leader. Miss Carla and Miss Dana are going to be the middle and high school buddies leaders. And Mr. Carlos is going to be the events leader, and my mom, Sherry Chapin, is going to be the curriculum and small groups leader.
Yeah, so super exciting. So be on the lookout for information coming from them for meeting this week to discuss things happening for October. Today is a very great day. You know, it's Sunday. So basically, we are continuing our series on This is the Day by Tim Tebow. And he's going to talk about how important it is to live extraordinary lives instead of ordinary lives. So that is super exciting. And joining us today is our new panel. Today we have Kennedy, Zayla, and holding down the guys for us today is Nicholas. So hi guys, welcome.
Hey.
Hello.
All right, so there has been a lot of negativity this week, I feel like, with the things going on with our government and whatnot. So I thought that how about we talk about the highlight of our week for today's discussion. So we can start with Kennedy. What was the highlight of last week for you?
Well, probably the highlight of my week was that I got to go on a bike ride with one of my friends that I don't see that often. That was really fun.
That's fun. That's really fun. I haven't ridden my bike in a hot minute, so that's a lot of fun. How about you, Zayla?
My highlight of the week would definitely be getting my schoolwork done and just being able to relax with family.
Amen to that. Nicholas, how about you?
My highlight was probably going to school and seeing my friends, and yeah.
That's nice. That's always fun when we get to go back to school. How about you, Mariah? What was your highlight?
Well, I had dance twice a week for the first time, so that was fun to be able to go to the studio instead of just once to go twice. So now I'm taking 4 classes.
Whew. Whew. I have to agree with Zayla for my highlight of the week. It was probably on Friday, finishing all my schoolwork for the week. It was just like a relief. But go ahead and comment down below what your highlight of the week was, because we are very interested to see some positivity this week. But with that being said, let's go into our activity for the day.
Yes, so our activity for today is pretty self-explanatory. It's Would You Rather. So we're going to ask 2 different questions, and it'll be would you rather do this or that or this, or however you want to say it.
Yes, and I'm gonna, so I can see everybody else. But basically, you guys can comment down below if you would rather choose option number 1 or option number 2, and why you would choose that option. So we can get started, and the panel is also going to join us with this as well. But the first question is, would you rather always be 20 minutes late for important events or always be 2 hours early to everything else? All right. Let's go with Nicholas and why he chose his answer.
I would probably be two hours early because if it's important, I would not want to be late, so I'd rather be early.
Yeah, that's true, especially when it's like an interview or something, or for something like really important. I feel like it would be good to be early. RJ said he would rather be 20 minutes late for important events. And that's interesting. I don't know, I feel like that's a really, really hard question because you don't want to show up like super early to like other things, but I don't know, that's an interesting question. You want to ask the next one?
Sure. Would you rather always be overdressed or always be underdressed?
All right, let's see. Zayla, why'd you choose your answer?
I'd rather be overdressed just because if you're like at an underdressed occasion, like it's okay, you're looking nicer. Then if you're at an overdressed occasion, you'll be perfectly fit right in. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I feel like I wouldn't be like professional enough for certain situations if I was always underdressed. But I don't know. That's also, these are like super duper hard would you rather questions. But I see Salon said that it depends on situation. What is would you rather? You got to pick either one. But whew. Okay. The third one is would you rather never age physically or never age mentally? All right, Kennedy, you chose never age physically.
Yeah. I chose that because, like, if I never age mentally, then like worse because you wouldn't have any friends of like your age because you wouldn't be able to relate to them. And I feel like physically, I mean, it still sucks, but it's less bad.
Yeah, I feel that. Trey said physically for sure. I feel like never aging mentally, you can't really like grow or get anywhere in life, you know what I mean? If you're not aging mentally. So I think physically was a good answer.
All right. So the next question is: would you rather have a pause button in your life or a rewind button?
All right, let's go, Nicholas.
I would rather have a rewind button because like, if I do something wrong, I'd probably wanna if I like I'd probably regret it and go back and change it. Or even if it wasn't me, I'd probably go back in history and like change things.
That's true. I didn't think about like going back in history and stuff, but I think RJ agreed with you as well with the rewind button. I didn't. Why'd you pick
Yeah.
rewind, Mariah?
Like basically like what Nicholas was saying, but hopefully the butterfly effect is a thing. That would be crazy. If you try to like change stuff and the future would be like completely different.
Yeah, that would be real crazy. I chose pause because I mean, if you pause it at a good point in your life, I feel like it would be nice to just like be there for a while, I guess. Like if you're on vacation or something, you could just hit pause and then you could just be there forever. Don't have to go to like school or work or anything. I don't know. That's why I picked pause. This one's kind of gross. Would you rather give up brushing your teeth or brushing your hair? Okay, I think we all kind of went with brushing our hair.
You can just use a comb.
That's true.
Or just like finger dangling. Because I can't brush my hair anyway, because it'll just be like.
Yeah. Salon says hair because I pick it, not brush. But I feel like not brushing your teeth is gross.
Yeah.
Like with your hair, you can still like wash it and stuff like that, but not brushing your teeth is just.
Yeah. Like mouthwash isn't gonna cut it.
Yeah, I feel like that is not good hygiene wise to not. Well, either isn't good hygiene wise, but at least you can like wash your hair or something. Okay, you would ask the next question.
Okay, would you rather be forced to dance every time you heard music or be forced to sing along to any song you heard? I already dance to every time I hear music.
I already sing to every song that I hear, so it doesn't.
But what if you don't know the song?
Oh, you're right. Kendi, why did you choose your answer?
I chose dance because I'm not good at both, but like people already dance like all the time, and I'm not good at singing at all, so I never do that.
Yeah. RJ said dance. I don't know. I feel like dance would be more embarrassing, at least for me, because what if it's like a slow song or something that you have to
What if
dance
it's salsa?
to? So I don't know. I feel like both would be a little awkward, but I don't know. He said I don't sing. All right, Mariah. This one's hard.
Okay. Would you rather have whatever you are thinking to appear above your head for everyone to see, or have absolutely everything you do be live streamed for everyone?
This question is horrible.
This is a horrible question.
Okay, Nicholas, you chose one. What'd you say that for?
Because I probably wouldn't want anyone watching me every time I do something. But yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like two may be better because
Yeah.
what if everyone doesn't tune into the live stream?
Right. Like, nobody would watch my live stream. It would be boring. I'd just be, like, watching TV the whole time, so.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like when you have people thinking, like seeing what you're thinking above your head, it's like you're around more people. So like when you're giving a speech or something and then everybody just like sees it, but who knows who would see the live stream. But Salon says live stream because I always wanted to do it more often. That's true. Who knows how many followers you can get, be an influencer, you know.
Oh, no.
Okay. Would you rather have a completely automated home or a self-driving car? And just a reminder that you can definitely comment your answers, and you don't even have to write the entire thing. You can just comment number 1 or number 2, which one you choose. But I don't know. I gotta go with number 1. I think we all said number 1. Are we all like scared of self-driving cars?
No, I just want like Jarvis or Friday in my house.
I don't know. I feel like I would be scared to have someone else control my car.
Right.
But I don't know, Zayla, why do you say number 1?
Because I feel like a self-driving car, like you're out on the road, there's more risk if something went wrong with like technology for you to get hurt. But if it's like an automatic home, like you're at home, there's no really risk.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I feel like I would be nervous having someone else drive the car because, like you said, like there could be accidents, and I feel like I would need to have the control of the wheel. But I think everyone else who commented said home too, because that would be cool. I mean, you don't have to do chores, no dishes, no laundry.
But with the home, it's all fun and games till it like turns evil. It's like that's what always happens.
Okay.
Okay. So next question: would you rather speak your mind or never speak again?
I don't know. Let's see, Kennedy. Why'd you pick yours?
Well, I like talk a lot. So I'd rather like speak my mind and be able to like feel my emotions than never speak again because I feel like nobody would understand me if I never spoke again.
You could use sign language. I know my name in sign.
That takes like time to learn and stuff. I already know it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like Kennedy said, I talk a lot, so I feel like I would be better off speaking my mind instead of like not speaking at all.
I I would choose not speak at all. Because I actually do know my name in sign language. MARIAH.
Wow.
I learned that yesterday.
Good job.
Thank
Good job. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like we have number 2 on there. Not speak again. I don't think my mind is that dangerous though to speak it. But me and you are I
Very
talk
different.
more than you. Okay. The last question is: would you rather be able to read minds or become invisible? No. I gotta go with one now. Okay, I think we're kind of like
We're split.
yeah, we're
Not really,
split
'cause there's
half
two
and
of us.
half. Anybody can jump in and say why they chose their answer.
No, I think they both have their advantages, but I said read minds just so you know where people's thoughts are actually at.
That's true. I feel like life would be a lot easier with either of them. But I don't know. I feel like well, you could kind of figure out what somebody else is thinking, kind of if they're like talking about you or something. If you're invisible, but I don't know. I think I'd read minds. I think we got read minds and invisible in the comments too, kind of half and half. But I don't know. Both would be very nice superpowers to have. But so that was our activity for the day. Pretty short, pretty chill. So we are going to go to Kennedy now, so she can lead us in prayer.
Okay. Do I just start now?
Yeah.
So bow your heads and close your eyes. Dear Lord, I pray that we all have a great school week and work week. I pray that you are able to bless us and let us understand others' thoughts and feelings. I pray that the tense world gets a little less tense and that COVID cases go down. And I pray that the people who are going back to school now are safe and are happy with what they have. Lord, I pray that we just are able to be thankful more and be more compassionate towards others. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Your love's devoted, like a ring of solid gold.
Brian Tracy says that the comfort zone is one of the greatest enemies of human potential. Want to get better at something? Want to be successful? Want to see that dream happen? Want to make a difference? You want to conquer life's obstacles, detours, or sucker punches? Well, you need grit. You need drive. You need persistence. You need to work hard. You need to change. You need to grow. That's how you build momentum for the things that you're really passionate about. We may not be able to change our circumstances, but we can learn and grow and develop our character from our experience. So let's dig deep, embrace the grind, and get to work.
Live extraordinary, not comfortable. I have met some extraordinary people, and I have seen some people do extraordinary things. Not always in a good way. I remember last year in my first baseball season, we finished a really big weekend series, and I was so exhausted, and I couldn't wait to get into the clubhouse and take off my cleats and relax for 2 seconds. I remember opening the doors and walking inside, and there was a young man that was sitting there holding my stuff, kind of going through it, and at first I thought he was like one of our clubbies who kind of helps us with our gear and everything, but then I noticed he was kind of clutching it tightly, and I was like, are you supposed to be here? As I'm taking off my cleats, and he's like, no, I'm not. I'm just a really big fan. And I was like, well, thank you, but why are you here? And he was like, well, I just really wanted to meet you and see what this is all about. I was like, well, okay, it's a little weird. And I said, how did you get in here? And he said, when all the security walked over to you, I hopped the fence and I broke in, and so now I'm here. And I was like, okay, well, I at least appreciate the persistence. And he said, please don't rat me out. Don't say anything. And so I was like, all right, you're fine. But all my teammates did. So the guy takes off, and then security chases him. And I was like, guys, it's fine. Just let him go. And the guy kind of was a little bit of a creeper in there trying to smell my clothes. And I guess he was going to go to some crazy lengths to, I don't know, get a pair of cleats or smell some clothes. And, you know, he was willing to go all out. But you know what? In our family, as Tebows, we're kind of willing to go all out in a much different, less creepy way. I remember one of our last vacations, we decided to fly to the Keys, all of my closest friends and family, and you know what? I'm thinking, what can I do to really bring our family together? So you know what? I come up with Tebow Beach Olympics. And I mean, it is everything. It is crazy events. It is trivia. It's canoe racing. It is wrangling an albino python. Yes, that's what I said, wrangling an albino python. And my sister Christy was pretty amazing in it. And to tell you how crazy our family is and how much we go all out, my mom, who is the sweetest lady I have ever met, in the middle of the first game, she breaks her foot. So what does she do? Stop, go see a doctor, get surgery? No, she keeps going. She, even with the broken foot, is in the middle of tug of war, pulling against the opposing team, her kids. And so she's sitting there pulling, and I can't watch my mom do this with a broken foot, and it's literally swollen. And so I'm holding my mom, helping her, and the other team's mad. You can't help her. She's got a broken foot. So guys, as Tebows, we know what it means to go all out. But this was supposed to be a time where we were coming together as family and friends, and that just wasn't happening. My best friend's yelling at me, and then I yell back at him, and he goes away, and one of my friends runs a canoe into the back of my dad, and so everybody's fighting and arguing, and this time where we're supposed to be coming together, it's truly falling apart. But finally, we have a little bit of destiny on our side. As a young man goes up to my sister Katie and says, "Are you here with the Tebow group?" She says, "Yeah, I'm with them." He says, "Well, good, because all of my family and friends, we're having a family reunion. Everybody's getting in right now. And we're full of college athletes and guys in the military and CrossFit extraordinaires, and we're willing to challenge you guys in anything possible." So they come back and they tell me this, and I just think, oh, thank you, Lord, because nothing brings our family together like a common enemy, someone to smack around for a few minutes. It's like, this is perfect. So the team comes over and they're challenging us, and they're like, "We'll play whatever you guys want to play." And It's like, you pick the game, we're good with it. So I picked this dodgeball sort of game, and we play, and we win in like 4 minutes, really quickly. And so the team's complaining, y'all been here longer, you're warmed up. What about another game? Well, earlier in the day, they saw us playing this game called Danny Ball. It's volleyball with a 10-pound medicine ball. Really, really hard. So they said, we'll challenge you in that. We said, okay, that sounds good. And them not really knowing how hard it is. And so you play the game to 15, just like volleyball, and we go up 13-2. So the other team's complaining, and I'm like, fine. In a moment of a little bit of arrogance and pride, I'm like, fine, if y'all want to complain that much, switch the scores. Y'all have 13, we have 2. They're like, no way you would do that. Okay, I just did. And so they accept, and we end up winning 15-13. And after that, our family goes together. We jump in the pool. We're celebrating. We're having so much fun. And there was nothing like having a common enemy to bring our family together. Because as Tebows, we can fight amongst ourselves, but you can't fight with us because we got each other's back. We know what it means to go all out for each other, to go all out, to strive, to strain, to really live on the edge and not just be comfortable. And one reason I think we know how to do that is because we got to see our mom and dad do that every single day. I got to watch my dad fly all over the world and preach the gospel in so many villages. He was willing to go all out for what he's passionate about, and that's sharing the name of Jesus. I got to see my mom serve people no matter who, no matter when, no matter where, and would care so much for people. We got to see that, and to be honest, at an early age, I was kind of lazy. That's not true. I was really lazy. I didn't know what it meant to try to live outside of my comfort zone, to try to strain for something, to try for something, to really push myself. And when I was 4, 5, and 6 years old, we would have to go work in a garden in our backyard, and I wore this really big hat to keep all the sun off my face. Well, I did more than that. I kind of provided shade to a lot of areas. So my brothers and sisters, they nicknamed me Shade Tree because I didn't really know how to work. But it wasn't soon after that where I found out the importance of work, that hey, if you want to be good in sports, if you want to accomplish something, if you want to get better, you will learn to put in the work. Because putting in the work, it might hurt temporarily, but in the long run, it's going to pay off. So I found out that, wow, if I strain, if I strive, if I break down my muscles, they're going to grow back stronger. Well, guys, that's true in life. When you go outside of your comfort zone, when you learn to strain and to strive for what you really want, yes, it might hurt and you might be broken down temporarily, but you're going to come back stronger. I remember when I was 15 years old and I went on my first missions trip to the Philippines, and the first day we get there, my brother throws me out in front of this entire high school where I have to preach the gospel. And I'm thinking, I've never done this before. I can't do it. You do it first. And he says, no, you'll learn. You'll do it. And as I'm walking out on stage, he reminds me of one thing. Just remember, if you forget, just say your brother's got your back and he'll finish the rest of the story. So I walk on stage, and it was probably the shortest gospel presentation of all time. But I remember being uncomfortable, but learning so much from it. Unfortunately, in today's society, too many people want to just be comfortable because it's easy and it feels good. But you know what, guys? Comfortable might feel good, but extraordinary is fulfillment. You know, and when we're willing to step out there, to step on a ledge, to go risk, to strain for what really matters, I believe God can use that in our lives and the people around us. Because if we're willing, He's able to use us to change the world. And I think that takes with us being willing to take the next step, to get on the edge. And when we do that, it might hurt for a little bit, but watch how much God uses that in our lives and the people around us.
All right, so that was a very good Right Now Media video by Tim Tebow talking about living extraordinary lives. And the verse for today is Hebrews 12, verses 1-2, which says, such a large crowd of witnesses is all around us, so we must get rid of everything that slows us down, especially the sin that just won't let go. And we must be determined to run the race that is ahead of us. We must keep our eyes on Jesus, who leads us and makes our faith. He endured the shame of being nailed to a cross because he knew later on he would be glad he did. Now he is seated at the right side of God's throne. So, Tim kind of talked about how we are not always going to be comfortable in our situations. But these verses kind of talk about how our focus shouldn't be on how comfortable or uncomfortable we are. Our thoughts should be focused on Jesus. So we can start with Kennedy for this question. Anybody can jump in after she answers. But what are some ways that you remind yourself to focus on Jesus?
Well, sometimes I like get really anxious and angry and I have to focus on Jesus and think about what he would have done instead of me like out. I have to focus on what can I do to make the situation better.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And again, for those of you watching with us, you can comment below your answers on these questions. But Zayla and Nicholas, do you have some other ways that you remind yourself to focus on Jesus?
Yeah, definitely throughout the school week, it gets really busy with assignments and tests, and it's very easy to get stressed out. But I find, like, at the beginning of the day or in the morning, if I do a devotional, it'll, like, make my attitude, like, so much better, and you just have, like, such a positive mindset that helps.
Yep, for sure. I really do like doing devotions and reading my Bible, maybe listening to some worship music in the morning because it really sets your mood for the entire day. You know, Nicholas, did you have an answer to that question?
Yeah, so when I'm like stressed out or like I'm like mad, I usually just like ask God to bless me and to like keep me to from making a decision, and I pray and I read the Bible, and I just ask him to keep me from making bad decisions.
Yep, that's definitely good to pray when you want to be reminded to focus on Jesus. Mariah, do you have the answer?
Um, I guess probably praying as well, and like Kennedy said, remembering what Jesus would do and knowing that you're doing things for him, not for yourself. So that kind of blends into the next question. So Tim spoke about how important it is to work hard and not being like lazy about the word of God. So what ways have you wanted to be lazy instead of working hard? And how do you fight against that temptation?
And we're gonna start with Zayla this time. So to start.
Okay, I think some ways that you're lazy, like not every day you want to read the Bible, not every day you want to do your devotionals, but I think your motivation should just be like to have a stronger relationship with the Lord and just to have faith in Him, and that overall help you in life in general.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely, cause I'm doing like a read the Bible in a year plan, and it's like you have a certain amount of things that you read each day for the Bible, on like the Bible app. And sometimes, I'll get lazy and I'll put it off. So I think that's definitely a way that you can not strive and work hard. How about you, Nicholas?
Um, my motivation is kind of like reading the Bible, like to see like what other people did to keep them going, and I just do what they do and do what Jesus would do, and I just yeah.
That's very interesting. Using the Bible stories to see what they would do in this situation. I really never thought of that. That's really really good that you do that. How about you, Kennedy?
Well, kind of going back to what Zayla said, sometimes like my family wouldn't want to go to church, but we have to remember there's a reason that we go to church, and even if you don't want to go to church, you should. And what like made us want to go to church more is that we know that we're going to come out of church learning something new and being closer to God.
Yeah, for sure. Mariah?
Well, in some ways that like you might want to be like Bill said, like putting things off, like, oh, I'm gonna do it in a couple minutes, or like I'm just gonna take a nap, or I'm just gonna watch TV, and really to resist that temptation, I guess you just have to like have it be like in a mental state to remind yourself what you really need to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say like procrastination is a really big thing, and that's the first thing I thought of when it comes to being lazy is schoolwork. That's what I thought of first because, I mean, I feel like sometimes I tend to not put in all the work when it comes to doing my essays or doing my chemistry problems. It's like I have to do something, which isn't okay, and it's not okay to just put it off or whatnot. But our last question is, what could you do this week to focus on obeying Jesus as you go to work, school, at home, and in your community? What could you do this week? We can start with Nicholas.
I could probably like encourage other people to follow God, and that will also help me to pay more attention to what I'm doing and to work better and work harder to do the things that I need to do.
Yep. How about you, Zayla?
I definitely agree with Nicholas. Encouraging others, prayer throughout the week, and just staying focused on Him throughout all the chaos that goes on in your life.
Yep, for sure. Kennedy?
Just like when the times get hard, remembering that He's there for you, listening to the gospel, praying or reading the Bible can always help, and just talking to others who follow Him or even don't, just about the situation and talking about how He could help you through it.
Yep, that's for sure. I think staying positive is a big one. To focus on obeying Jesus. Do you have anything to add to that, Mariah?
Well, y'all basically covered it, but definitely just like making sure that you're showing kids of love through you, and that people can see that you are of God and that you are great. For whatever reason. I don't know. Make sure that you're just doing the right thing and you just show kindness and love to it.
Yes. But that was our discussion. Thanks so much to our discussion panel for joining us today. It was their first time on the live stream. Did a great job. So, woo! Thank you guys. But if you would like to join our church, if you would like to join faithministries.church, /connect is the website that you go to. Our church is Faith Ministries Church. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Who is watching?
Yep. Thank you, everyone, for coming. And invite a friend next time. Share the word of Jesus and the word of you.
But yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know the drill.
And remember to fill out the Google form so
Yes.
you can be in a community.
Yes, if you haven't filled that Google form out, go ahead and fill it out. And make sure to check your emails and phones if you already signed up for a committee, so you can have your meeting information. I think the committee is already meeting today, aren't they? Yep, committee's already meeting today. So fun times. That's it for today, guys. So we will see you next week. Thank you so much. Bye.